Hello students, good evening. Welcome back to our lecture on graphing of polynomials. So in our previous lectures we have seen some characteristics of the graphs of polynomials. Like we have learned what is meant by x-intercepts, y-intercepts of the graph, and how does the graph vary with the zeros and their multiplicities, right? So if the zeros are of even multiplicities, then we'll see that the graph, it hits the x-axis and it bounces back. Whereas if the zeros are of odd multiplicities, what did we observe? There the graph tends to cross the x-axis. Okay, so these are the two important points, and also we have discussed briefly about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of algebra, that is the sum of all the multiplicities. Okay, if we count all the multiplicities of all the zeros, they will not be greater than n, where n is the degree of the polynomial. Okay, so today let's look at some more interesting characteristics of the graph of the polynomial. Say suppose, try to say this is the graph of the function of degree 6. Given a graph of the function of degree 6, identify the zeros of the function and try to find the possible multiplicities. So now in this graph, say it is given that this is of degree 6. It represents a polynomial of degree 6. Now just by looking at the graph, try to identify their zeros and their corresponding multiplicities. Students, first of all, what is meant by zero? The points at which the y-intercept is 0, or the points at which the graph cuts the x-axis. Okay, so now by looking at this graph, see, you can observe that the graph is touching the x-axis at 3 different points. What are those? -1 and 4. Okay, so all these are the zeros of the given polynomial function. But students, remember, the degree of the polynomial is 6. Okay, so the multiplicities will not exceed 6. If you will add all the multiplicities of the zeros, they should not exceed 6. And then look at this, look at the behavior of the graph at the zeros. If you look at -3, at -3 the graph is bouncing back. So if it is bouncing back, then as we have discussed, that see, the behavior is quadratic, right? So what should be the degree, or what should be the multiplicity of this 0? The multiplicity should be 2. Means this is a repeated 0, which is repeating 2 times. And then look at this, at 0 -1, the polynomial graph is simply cutting the axis. It is looking linear. Linear means this is a 0 of multiplicity only 1, so it is repeating only once. And then look at the other one. See, this is 4. 4 is a 0, and you can observe that this is not linear. The graph is not cutting something like this. This is not linear, right? As well as it is not bouncing back as well. If it is not bouncing back and if it is cutting the axis, then the graph, the 0 would be of odd multiplicity. Okay, the 0 would be of odd multiplicity, and you can see that this is not linear. So there is a flattening over here. If there is a flattening, what you could conclude? The graph multiplicity would be either 3, 5 or something more than that. So see here the multiplicity of -3 is 2. Multiplicity is 2, whereas multiplicity of -1 is 1. Now multiplicity of 4, it would be odd number greater than or equal to 3. But see, look at this, can this be 5? If this is 5, the sum of the multiplicities would become 8, which is greater than 6. So this is wrong. So hence the multiplicity of 4 cannot be 5 or greater than 5. It should be less than 5. and by looking at this characteristic we can say that it should be greater than or equal to 3. So hence the only possibility left for us is 3. Multiplicity should be 3. Okay, students. So if the multiplicity is 3, see all the sum of the multiplicities, they are adding up to 6, and the behavior also is well defined as we have accepted. See, as we have accepted, like see, -1 is a 0 of degree 1 and -3 is a 0 of degree 2, because the behavior of the graph, it is bouncing back, it is not crossing the x-axis, and the behavior at 0 -4 is, see, it is flattening and it is crossing the x-axis. Since it is crossing, the 0 should be of odd multiplicity, and since there is a flattening, okay, the degree should be more than 1, okay, and since the given function is of degree 6, okay, the multiplicity cannot be an odd number greater than 5, greater than 3. So hence it should be 3 only. So if you will sum all the multiplicities, you will be getting 2, 1, 3, they will add up to 6. So this is going to be your answer. Okay, students, hope you have understood this. So the polynomial function is of degree 6. The sum of the multiplicities cannot be greater than 6. This is the point which we have discussed before we have concluded our last lecture. Then starting from the left, the first 0 occurs at x is equal to -3, and the graph touches the x-axis. The graph is something like this, right? It is touching the x-axis and it is bouncing back. Whenever the graph bounces back, then the multiplicity should be even. So the 0 of x is equal to -3 has multiplicity 2 or 4, because it cannot have multiplicity 6, because there are other zeros as well. So the only two possibilities are 2 or 4, right? And then next 0 occurs at x is equal to -1. So the graph looks almost linear at this point. So this is probably a single 0 of multiplicity is 1. See, whenever you will come across a graph which cuts the x-axis, okay, then the degree should be of odd multiplicity. Okay, the 0 should be of odd multiplicity, and if you will see the behavior to be linear, then you can conclude that it is of multiplicity of 1. And then the last 0, it occurs at x is equal to 4. The graph crosses the x-axis, so the multiplicity of the 0 must be odd, but is probably not 1, since the graph does not seem to be crossed in a linear fashion. See here, if you look at the graph is not crossing linearly. It is something, you will see that it is flattening out at this point, x is equal to 4. So the 4 is not a, see, since it is crossing the axis, it should be of odd multiplicity. This 0 should be of odd multiplicity, but since it is not crossing in a linear fashion, so hence 1 could be ruled out. So you are left with only 3, 5 and so on. So the multiplicity is probably 3. It cannot be 5 as well, because if this is 5, okay, if this is 5, since there are 2 more zeros, okay, since there are 2 more zeros, 5 plus 1 plus 1 at least at the minimum outside, 5 plus 1 plus something, so it would be greater than 6. So this condition would be avoided. So this should be of multiplicity 3. Once you have determined this multiplicity as 3 and this multiplicity is 1, so then you are left with only option as 2, because it can't be 4, because if it becomes 4, then again the sum of the multiplicities would exceed 6, again which is the violation. So hence the multiplicity of the 0 minus 3 is 2. Okay, students, in this way we can determine the multiplicities by looking at the graphs. So today let's learn about another important characteristic of the graphs, that is determining the end behavior. What is meant by determination of end behavior is like by looking at the algebraic equation of the polynomial, we should be able to say that how the graph looks at the points of where x tends to infinity or where x tends to minus infinity. Okay, at the extreme ends, how does the polynomial behave? So this is what we'll call it as the end behavior, determining the end behavior. Okay, as we have already learned the behavior of the graph of the polynomial function, see f of x, say this is the equation of the polynomial in standard form. This is the standard form of a polynomial, standard notation. See, to determine the end behavior, always expressing the polynomial in standard notation is very, very important. What is meant by standard notation? Just try to express the polynomial in decreasing orders of their powers, I mean of their exponents. Express all the terms in decreasing order of their exponents. So for example, if you are given f of x, some polynomial as say 5 plus x square plus 2x. This is not the standard notation. Standard notation is express the highest power term, highest exponent term, and then the next, and then the next one. So this is what we call as standard notation. So now, as a polynomial of the form will either ultimately rise or fall as x increases without bound, and will either rise or fall as x decreases without bound. This is because, see, what happens to these polynomials is, whenever x increases, either the value will keep increasing or decreasing. Similarly, when x decreases indefinitely, like to minus infinity, you will observe that again this function value, it increases or decreases indefinitely. Just now what you have to learn is, when it increases to plus infinity, that is, say if x is increasing to plus infinity, then you need to know what happens to f of x. Does it increase to plus infinity or minus infinity? This is what you need to learn. There are only two possibilities. When x tends to plus infinity, what would happen to the value of y? Either it goes to plus infinity or minus infinity. Similarly, if x tends to minus infinity, again there are two possibilities for y. Either it goes to plus infinity or it falls to minus infinity. So these are the four possibilities what you have to learn in this category of lecture on learning end behavior. This is because for very large input, say 100 or 1000, that is when you put x is equal to 100, say try to put x is equal to 100 over here, this becomes 10,000, and this is something 200 plus 5. See, this is way smaller as compared to this. So the sum also would be in the order of 10,000s. Similarly, put x is equal to 10,000. If you put x is equal to 10,000, then this would become 10 power 8 plus something like 20,000 something. You will be having something like this. So again, this is becoming way bigger. So what you can observe is, as x keeps increasing, this graph, the value of this function, it's keep increasing indefinitely because of the degree. So in this particular case, as x tends to plus infinity, you can observe that f of x tends to plus infinity. Instead of this example, if I will put minus sign over here, if I will put minus sign over here, what you can observe is, as x keeps increasing, this becomes minus 10,000, minus 10 power 8. See, this is falling in negative values, and they are becoming very, very large negative values. So what you can observe is, as x keep increasing towards minus infinity, the value of the function, as x keeps increasing to plus infinity, the value of the function, it keeps falling down towards minus infinity, because this is increasing towards the very large negative values. Okay, students. So that means the sign of the leading term, see the highest degree term. What is the highest degree term in this? The highest exponent is 2. So that this degree of the polynomial is 2. So look at the coefficient of that leading term. The coefficient of the leading term, the sign, whether it is positive or negative, it is going to determine the end behavior of any polynomial function. That is, if the leading term, when you express the polynomial in standard notation, say the leading term, the polynomial is of degree n. When do you say this is a polynomial of degree n? When an is not equal to 0. See, in this case, a2 is not equal to 0. That is the reason this is of degree 2, because if the coefficient of x square is 0, then this would become degree 1 polynomial. Okay, so if an is not equal to 0, then this is a polynomial of degree n. Now for an nth degree polynomial, to determine the end behavior, what you need to look at is, you need to look at the of an. Look at the sign of an. See, look at this. Here in this example, the sign of x square, if it is 1, then we have seen that the value increases to plus infinity. That is, if an is greater than 0, then as x tends to infinity, you will observe that y tends to plus infinity. If the sign of an is less than 0, as x tends to infinity, this y would tends to minus infinity. Okay, students. So these are the things what we can observe. See, to understand better, just you pick up your own example. Okay, make your own example, construct it of any degree. Okay, and see, by substituting values, take different values of x, initially put one value of x, see how the functional value, what do you get for the functional value, and then increase the value of x and look at the functional value. You will observe the trend of either increasing or decreasing as x increases. Okay, so this is one pattern what you need to observe, and then simply change the sign of the leading term. Say initially if you have considered as plus, then change it to minus, and then again observe the same trend, same analysis, like by increasing x values, how does the functional value increases or decreases. Okay, so then you will be observing this conclusion: sign of an determines the end behavior. That is, if an is positive, as x tends to infinity, y also tends to infinity. The functional value keeps growing indefinitely. If the sign of the leading term is negative, then as x tends to infinity, then the functional value keeps falling to minus infinity. See, recall that we call this behavior the end behavior of a function. As we pointed out when discussing quadratic equation, when the leading term of the polynomial n is an even power function, and an is greater than 0, as x increases or decreases without bound, f of x increases without bound. See, what we are trying to discuss is, if an is greater than 0, okay, as x increases, what would happen to the functional value? F of x increases. Okay, similarly, if an is less than 0, as x increases, f of x, it decreases. This is one thing what you need to observe. Okay, students. And another important characteristic what you have to understand is, how does the graph behave when x tends to minus infinity? When x tends to plus infinity, this is going to be the behavior. That depends on solely the sign of the leading term. But for as x tends to minus infinity, you need to concentrate on two things. One is sign of an, and the degree of n, degree equal to n. Whether is it even or not, degree n, is it even or not? So depending on these two characteristics, the characteristics of the graph when x tends to minus infinity depends on it. That is, say for example, say let's look at consider f of x is equal to, say simple example, x square plus 3. Okay, students, and let's look at another example where f of x is equal to, say f2 of x is equal to x power 4 plus 3, or say x cube plus 3. Okay, now see, here in this particular example the degree of the polynomial is even, whereas in the second example I have chosen the degree to be odd. Okay, now let's analyze the end behavior as x tends to minus infinity. See, as x tends to minus infinity, whenever the degree is odd, the power raised, even power raised to the power of x, this is always going to be positive because the degree is even. Either x tends to minus infinity or x tends to plus infinity, it behaves the same way, because when you will keep minus infinity whole power 2 or whole power 4, anything, okay, this minus raised to the power even number of times, it gives you the positive quantity only. So the behavior as x tends to minus infinity and x tends to plus infinity, okay, as x tends to minus infinity and x tends to plus infinity, the behavior would be same. They simply depend on the sign on an, depend on an. This happens when degree is even. But whereas if the degree is odd, see, as x tends to plus infinity, this would be plus infinity whole cube, this tends to plus infinity, whereas minus infinity whole cube, this tends to minus infinity. Okay, so if the sign of an is positive, then this will tend to plus infinity. If the sign of an is positive, again this tends to minus infinity. Similarly, if the sign of an is negative, okay, then this tends to minus infinity. Similarly, if the sign of an is negative, then this tends to plus infinity. That means here as x tends to plus infinity, when the degree is odd, this would be the same as sign of an as x tends to plus infinity, whereas x tends to minus infinity, this is going to be sign of minus an. See, let's look at the same things in the graph. Suppose the polynomial is of even degree. Okay, polynomial of even degree. Even degree means the leading terms. The leading terms are something like x square, x power 4, something like this. See, these are the examples of even degree polynomials, that is, degree is even. Okay, when the degree is even, what you will do is look at the coefficient of the leading term. This one. If the coefficient is positive, coefficient of the leading term is positive, okay, then as x tends to plus infinity, that's in this end, the graph would be reaching plus infinity.